Everyone thought the birthday would be joyful. It was Aaliyah Grant's 35th. She had planned it for months, small, intimate, meaningful. Dinner at her favorite rooftop restaurant in Johannesburg. White tablecloths, fairy lights. Her closest friends, the ones she had carried through breakups, job losses, family drama. She wore the gold dress she bought for this night. She felt hopeful. The table was set for 6. Only 4 arrived. The first hour passed with laughter, wine, small talk. Aaliyah smiled, grateful. She raised her glass. To real friends, she said. They toasted. Then the cake came. Aaliyah blew out the candles. The waiter handed her an envelope. She opened it. Inside, a card from her 2 missing friends, Tumi and Lorado. The message was short. Happy birthday. We can't make it. We decided to spend the night at the new club downtown. It's VIP. You understand. No apology. No regret. Aaliyah stared at the words. The friends at the table looked away. One of them, Nality, cleared her throat. They said they'd post pics. Show you later. Aaliyah folded the card. She didn't cry. Not yet. She finished dinner. She laughed at jokes. She thanked everyone for coming. When the bill came, she paid it all. Quietly. They left. Aaliyah stayed. She sat alone at the table. Fairy lights twinkled above. The city hummed below. She felt the tears come, slow, silent. She didn't wipe them away. The waiter returned. Ma'am, is everything okay? Aaliyah looked up. The waiter was young. Kind eyes. Name tag, Tabo. She shook her head. Not tonight. Tabo didn't push. He brought her a glass of water. Then a small slice of leftover cake. On the house, he said. Aaliyah smiled, small, real. Thank you. Tabo lingered. Birthdays can be hard, he said quietly. Especially when people don't show up. Aaliyah nodded. They were my closest friends. Tabo sat across from her, carefully, respectfully. Real friends don't make you feel small on your day. Aaliyah looked at him. He was right. She wiped her eyes. I'm sorry. You don't have to. I want to, he said. Shift's almost over. I can stay a bit. Aaliyah hesitated. Then she nodded. They talked. Not about the betrayal. Not about the card. About small things. Favorite songs. Places in Johannesburg they loved. Dreams they still held. Tabo told her he was saving for night school. He wanted to study graphic design. Aaliyah listened. She told him she used to paint before life got busy. He smiled. You should start again. She looked at him. Maybe I will. The restaurant closed. Tabo walked her to her car. Thank you, she said. He handed her a small napkin. His number written on it. If you ever want to talk, he said. Or paint. Or just not be alone. Aaliyah took it. She drove home. She didn't cry anymore. She felt something new. Not anger. Not sadness. Possibility. Aaliyah woke the next morning with the napkin still in her hand. Tabo's number stared back at her. She placed it on the nightstand. She didn't call. Not yet. She spent the day alone. She cleaned the apartment she once shared with laughter and plans. She packed away photos of the friends who chose a club over her birthday. She kept one, the group at a braid 2 years ago, all smiling. She looked at it for a long time. Then she put it in a drawer. She didn't cry. She felt the ache, but it was quieter now. She went to the art supply store. She bought canvas, paints, brushes, things she hadn't touched since university. She set up in her living room. She painted. Not a masterpiece. Just colors. Blues for sadness. Golds for hope. She let the brush move without thinking. Hours passed. The painting took shape. A woman standing alone under fairy lights, city below, tears on her face, but eyes looking forward. Aaliyah stepped back. She smiled. Small. Real. Her phone buzzed. A message from Nality. Sorry about last night. Tumi and Lorado said it was just a misunderstanding. We miss you. Aaliyah read it. She didn't reply. She turned off notifications. She kept painting. Days turned into weeks. She returned to work. She smiled at colleagues. She did her job well. But she was different. Quieter. Clear. She began to notice people. The security guard who always said good morning. The barista who remembered her order. Tabo. She thought about him often. His kindness. His patience. The way he sat with her without expecting anything. One evening she took the napkin from the nightstand. She typed the number. She stared at the screen. She pressed call. It rang twice. Tabo answered. Hello. Aaliyah exhaled. Tabo. It's Aaliyah. From the restaurant. Silence. Then his voice, warm, surprised. Aaliyah. I hoped you'd call. She smiled. I wasn't sure I would. He laughed softly. I'm glad you did. They talked. Not long. Just enough. He asked about her week. She told him about the painting. He listened. Send me a photo, he said. She hesitated. Then she took a picture of the canvas. She sent it. He replied almost immediately. It's beautiful. You captured something real. Aaliyah felt warmth spread through her. They talked more. Coffee the next weekend. A walk in the park. Aaliyah didn't rush. She let it unfold. Tabo never pushed. He showed up. He listened. He made her laugh. One afternoon they sat on a bench overlooking the city. Aaliyah looked at him. You changed everything that night, she said. Tabo shook his head. You changed it. I just sat with you. Aaliyah reached for his hand. Thank you. He squeezed back. They sat in silence. The city hummed. Aaliyah felt something settle. Not a fix. Not a replacement. A beginning. She had lost friends. She had found someone who saw her. And she had found herself again. She painted more. She shared the paintings online, anonymously at first. People responded. They saw themselves in the colors. They messaged her. Thank you for showing the pain. And the hope. Aaliyah read every one. She began to reply. She started a small page. Quiet colors. Paintings of women standing alone. Women rebuilding. Women healing. She never showed her face. She didn't need to. The art spoke. Months later, she invited Tabo to see the page. He looked through the paintings. He stopped on the first one, the woman under fairy lights. That's you, he said. Aaliyah nodded. That's us. Tabo smiled. I'm proud of you. Aaliyah looked at him. I'm proud of me too. They kissed, soft, certain, full of future. Aaliyah didn't forget the birthday. She remembered it differently now. Not as loss. As the night she learned who stayed, and who never truly saw her. She kept the card in the drawer. She never looked at it again. She didn't need to. She had moved forward. With paint. With kindness. With herself. Aaliyah didn't rush into anything. She let the days unfold naturally. She painted more. Canvases filled her living room. Women alone, women rising, women choosing themselves. She posted them on quiet colors. The page grew slowly. Followers came. Messages arrived. You're showing what I feel. I thought I was the only one who hurt like this. Thank you for the hope in the colors. Aaliyah read every one. She replied when she could. She never revealed her face. She didn't need to. The art spoke for her. Tabo became a constant. Coffee turned into dinners. Dinners turned into walks under Johannesburg stars. He never asked for more than she offered. He shared his sketches, simple lines, city scenes, people in motion. Aaliyah showed him her latest painting. He studied it. This one is different, he said. She's not alone. Aaliyah looked at the canvas, a woman standing under lights, another figure beside her, not touching, just present. She smiled. You're right. Tabo looked at her. You're not alone anymore. Aaliyah felt the words settle. She reached for his hand. They sat in silence. The city hummed. One evening, Aaliyah received a message from Tumi. We saw your page. The paintings are beautiful. We miss you. Can we talk? Aaliyah stared at the screen. She thought about the birthday, the card, the empty chairs. She typed. Not yet. She sent it. She didn't block them. She just let them wait. She kept painting. She kept seeing Tabo. She kept growing. Months later, Quiet Colors crossed 5,000 followers. A small gallery reached out. They wanted to exhibit her work. Aaliyah hesitated. Then she agreed. She chose 10 paintings. She titled the show Quiet Colors, After the Lights Go Out. She invited Tabo. She invited Naledi, the one friend who stayed that night. She didn't invite Tumi or Lorado. The opening was small. Soft lights. One. Quiet music. People came. They stood before the paintings. They whispered. They cried. They smiled. Aaliyah watched from the side. Tabo stood beside her. You're glowing, he said. She looked at him. I'm healing. Naledi found her. She hugged Aaliyah. I'm proud of you, Naledi said. Aaliyah hugged back. Thank you for staying. Naledi looked at the paintings. These are you. Aaliyah nodded. And the woman who came after. Tabo squeezed her hand. The night ended. The gallery sold 3 pieces. Aaliyah didn't care about the money. She cared about the people who saw themselves in the colors. She walked home with Tabo. They stopped under street lights. Aaliyah looked up. I used to think birthdays were about who shows up, she said. Tabo waited. Now I know they're about who stays. Tabo smiled. I'm staying. Aaliyah kissed him, slow, certain, full of tomorrow. She didn't forget the betrayal. She carried it lightly now, like a scar that no longer hurt. She had lost friends. She had gained art. She had gained Tabo. She had gained herself. And that was more than enough. Aaliyah kept the gallery show small. She didn't announce it widely. She invited only those who had truly been there. Naledi, Tabo, a few new followers who had messaged her privately, and the gallery owner. No Tumi. No Lorado. The space was intimate. White walls, soft lights, 10 paintings hung carefully. Each one told a story. The first, a woman alone under fairy lights, tears falling, city below. The last, the same woman, standing taller, colors brighter, another figure beside her, not touching, just present. People moved through the room slowly. They stood before each canvas. They whispered. They nodded. They wiped eyes. Aaliyah watched from the corner. Tabo stood beside her. Naledi walked up. These are powerful, she said. Aaliyah smiled. Thank you for coming. Naledi looked at the paintings. I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner, she said. How much it hurt. Aaliyah touched her arm. You were there that night. That's enough. Naledi hugged her. The night unfolded quietly. No speeches. No toasts. Just people seeing themselves in the colors. One woman, a stranger, approached Aaliyah. Your paintings, they made me feel less alone, she said. Aaliyah smiled. That's all I wanted. The woman left with a small print. The gallery sold 5 pieces. Aaliyah didn't keep the money. She donated it to a women's shelter. She kept one painting, the first one. She hung it in her bedroom. A reminder, not of pain, of survival. Months later, quiet colors grew. 10,000 followers. Then 20,000. Aaliyah began to show her face, carefully. A short video, her hands painting, her voice soft. This page is for anyone who ever felt invisible on their own day. You're not alone. Comments flooded. She read them all. She replied when she could. Tabo remained steady. They didn't rush. They built slowly. Dinners, walks, shared silences. One evening they sat on her balcony. City lights below. Aaliyah looked at him. I used to think betrayal meant the end, she said. Tabo waited. Now I know it's just a turn. He smiled. And you turned toward something better. Aaliyah reached for his hand. I did. They sat in comfortable quiet. The city hummed. Aaliyah felt peace. Not the fragile kind. The kind built on choices. She had lost friends. She had gained art. She had gained Tabo. She had gained clarity. She began to teach. Small classes at a community center. Women who wanted to paint. Women who wanted to heal. She taught them color. She taught them patience. She taught them to keep going. One student, a young mother, stayed after class. I thought I had to be perfect, she said. Aaliyah smiled. You just have to be real. The student hugged her. Thank you. Aaliyah hugged back. You're welcome. She kept going. She kept painting. She kept living. 1 year after the birthday, Aaliyah received a message. From Tumi. We saw the gallery photos. We're sorry. We were wrong. Can we meet? Aaliyah read it. She thought about the card. The empty chairs. The night she cried alone. She typed. No. She sent it. She didn't block them. She just let them go. She didn't need closure from them. She had found it herself. She walked to the balcony. Tabo joined her. She looked at the city. I forgive them, she said. Tabo waited. But I don't need them back. Tabo squeezed her hand. You don't. Aaliyah smiled. She kissed him. Soft, certain, full of tomorrow. She had cried alone on her birthday. She had been betrayed. She had been seen. She had seen herself. And that changed everything. Aaliyah never looked back with regret. She carried the birthday quietly now, not as a wound but as a turning point. The Quiet Colors page grew steadily. 30,000 followers. Then 50,000. She began to share more of herself. Short videos, her hands mixing paint, her voice soft over time-lapse. This color is for the nights you cried alone. This one is for the mornings you chose to keep going. People watched. They shared. They healed. A small publisher reached out. They wanted a book, a collection of her paintings with short reflections. Aaliyah agreed. She titled it Quiet Colors, After the Lights Go Out. She wrote the introduction. Birthdays are supposed to be celebrations. Sometimes they become mirrors. They show who stays, who leaves, who never truly saw you. This book is for anyone who ever looked around an empty table and wondered if they were enough. You are. The book launched quietly. It sold. It touched people. Reviews came. These paintings made me cry and then smile. I finally forgave myself for expecting too much from the wrong people. Thank you for showing that healing doesn't have to be loud. Aaliyah read them all. She never replied publicly. She let the words settle. Tabo remained her quiet constant. They didn't rush into labels. They simply lived. Dinners, walks, shared silences, shared laughter. One evening they sat on her balcony. City lights below. Aaliyah looked at him. I used to think betrayal meant I wasn't worthy, she said. Tabo waited. Now I know it meant they weren't capable of seeing worth. Tabo smiled. You taught me that too. Aaliyah reached for his hand. I'm glad you stayed. Tabo squeezed back. I'm glad you let me. They kissed, soft, certain, full of forever. Aaliyah kept painting. She kept teaching. She kept living. 1 year after the birthday, she received another message. From Laredo. We saw the book. We're proud of you. We were wrong. We miss you. Can we try again? Aaliyah read it. She thought about the card. The empty chairs. The night she cried alone. She thought about the woman she had become. She typed. Thank you for the words. I forgive you. But I don't need to go back. She sent it. She didn't block them. She just let them go. She walked to her studio. She started a new painting. A woman standing under lights, no tears. Just light in her eyes. Colors bright. A figure beside her, present, steady. She finished it. She posted it on Quiet Colors. Caption, 1 year later. Still here. Still painting. Still choosing myself. Comments flooded. She smiled. She closed the laptop. She walked to the balcony. Tabo joined her. She looked at the city. I used to think the worst thing was being alone on my birthday, she said. Tabo waited. The worst thing would have been staying small to keep people who never saw me. Tabo smiled. You grew anyway. Aaliyah looked at him. I did. They stood in silence. The city hummed. Aaliyah felt peace. Steady. She had cried alone. She had been betrayed. She had been seen. She had seen herself. She had chosen herself. And that changed everything. The moral lesson. Betrayal doesn't define your worth. It reveals who was never worthy of it. When the people you love choose themselves over you, don't shrink to fit their absence. Grow instead. Paint your pain. Write your healing. Let kindness find you, even from strangers. Forgive when you're ready, but never go back to smallness to keep company that never truly kept you. The table may be empty at first, but the space it creates is for better things. Art, love, self-acceptance, and people who stay because they see you, really see you. Birthdays can break you open. Let them. Because what comes after the tears is often the truest version of yourself. And that version? She's worth everything. Question for you. Have you ever had a birthday, or any day, where the people you expected to show up didn't, and it forced you to see yourself differently? How did you heal, rebuild, or find new light after the disappointment? Share in the comments. I read every one, and your stories remind us all that we're never truly alone. If this tale touched you, healed something inside, or reminded you that your worth is never diminished by who leaves, please hit like, subscribe to Mellow Stories, and turn on notifications. More stories that touch the heart, inspire the soul, and live forever are coming. Welcome to Mellow Stories, where every story touches the heart, inspires the soul, and lives forever.